Good morning, it's MJ, the creator of the Crow Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me this beautiful Monday morning. It's kind of cloudy here, but that's okay. I know it's going to burn off so that we can see the moon this evening. Last night, it was absolutely spectacular. I mean, the sunset here was just amazing. It was a lovely way to close a weekend. And, you know, it's just makes you feel I don't want to say small, you know, and you see this big full moon, but I don't know, it kind of puts things, at least for me anyway, it puts things in perspective, you know? It's like, I'm just a blip here on this planet. Anyway, let's see what the cards have in store for us, and being Monday, we'll see what happens as far as, you know, this week, how's this week shaping up? I feel like last week, I don't know, it was just me, but the energy seemed really disjointed. Just a lot of, I don't know, I want to say there was like a good deal of negativity sort of floating around, but I don't know. All right, let's see what we have today. We're going to pull the first card, which is the Foundation card, and this is that energy. If you think about your current situation, what sparked the action that brought you to where you are today? So the first card we have this energy of the Four of Cups, and depending on how the story unfolds, this may have been an opportunity that you were able to see. May have been an opportunity that you missed because you weren't paying attention, or you just maybe felt out of sync, you know, with everything going on around you, and because of that, there was something that was presented to you that perhaps, you know, you just overlooked. It may have been that you're to this point in your life where you know a good opportunity and you know one that's not going to suit you, or you know the direction you want to take, and you don't always have to say yes to everything. Maybe you've moved beyond that FOMO, right? I absolutely hate that. It's like fear of missing out. It's like then you don't edit your life, and you just take in everything. Then nothing becomes special, right? So let's see what we have going on here. We have the Three of Wands, which is a new beginning. So I'm kind of getting a picture for what we have going on here. Let's see. And then the advice. Okay. Well, let's get started here. So I'm getting the story. I'm kind of like, I can almost hear the chatter right now. So what we have going on is this Four of Cups here. And the vibe I get is that this is an energy of you knowing what's working, what's not working, what you want to keep with you, what may be presented to you that, you know, sure, it may be nice, but it's not really worth your time or effort. You're grateful for what you have. You feel really grounded in your place. But this new opportunity here, you know, it may be one that, you know, it may be one that it's like, it's just going to be the same old. And so it may be time for something new. And it's like you've I kind of get this vibe here that's like you've been there, you've done that. There is a bit of apathy, you know, that's involved here, where you may see this opportunity that comes in as not moving you forward. It may just be the same thing, you know, like all over again. And this may be a time when you necessarily may not have jumped on board, or you just kind of, you know, you were just sort of laying low a bit. it wasn't necessarily that you didn't, it's not that you didn't see this opportunity, but perhaps you recognized that it wouldn't add anything to your life. This is a time where you're very self-aware, and you know what works for you and you know what doesn't work for you. And at this time, you may not have been in a position to move ahead, but at the same time, you knew that this opportunity wouldn't move you in that direction. It may have just sort of kept you in this like linear place. It wasn't going to be anything to write home about. And so here, at this present time, though, we have this Three of Wands, and this is about, getting your creative mind, in gear and looking for new opportunities, seeing that whatever you were in, whatever situation that, had been a stable place for you, maybe isn't doing it anymore. And the story of this crow is that this crow had lived here by this dock for quite some time, and it was a wonderful place for it to grow up and experience life, in that it provided food. It was a source of comfort. But over time, the shipping boats, the fishing boats, they left, and they weren't using that dock anymore, and therefore there wasn't food for that crow like there once was. It's no longer abundant. And recognizing that this place here no longer offered the opportunities that it once had, it decided to take on a whole new life, a new direction, and moved over here to where these mountains are. And so, looking at how these two cards play together, to me, I get this vibe that this would have been just moving from one dock to another dock, and it not being any better, or if it was better, it wasn't much better. It wasn't going to change anything. It wasn't going to transform anything. So now you're in this position to recognize that there is an opportunity for you to move beyond what you already have. You've already experienced this. It's like you've already absorbed all of the nutrients into your soul that you can get from this and this experience. And so now you're looking ahead, and off in the distance there is a new opportunity, and you may feel as though you're being guided, like you're being pulled to this new direction, this new life. And so, the journey is going to be long. It's not going to be this instantaneous thing where you just wake up one day and be like, what, today I'm going to be a writer, or today I'm going to be a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. It's like one of those things where it's going to take time to develop, and the journey may be long, but it's going to be worth it. And you're optimistic about it. So that's what I love about this Three of Wands, is that at the heart of this card is this feeling of optimism and hope for the future. And that comes from letting your creative mind explore the different paths that you can take to get to this destination. So the clouds here are parting, indicating that they're revealing this new place to you. So right now you may have this experience where, new ideas are coming into your head that will reveal to you a place that you can travel to in the future. And I don't mean like traveling to Rome. I mean like a new career, or a new relationship, or something that you're working towards in the future. I mean, it may be that you're going to Rome, who knows? I mean, maybe that's where this new career is, right? But however you get there, it's going to require you to, let your creativity bloom. And it's like you have to let go of whatever it is that isn't serving you, that's no longer nourishing you, and understand that this journey is going to be a long one. But because you're already in this place, like you already have this place of knowing yourself and knowing what works for you, what you're grateful for, knowing what you don't really need in life, Sure, you may have a lot of opportunities that may present themselves to you, but you know the direction that you want to go in. And so here, this Page of Swords comes up, and this to me is saying, speak your truth, right? Be honest with with yourself and who you are and what you want to accomplish, and tell others that. Like if you're feeling a bit, trapped by what other people want you to do or be, or who they expect you to be, explain to them that this is where your fire is. This is where you want to go. Be honest with yourself and with others in this respect. If you know that this journey is going to lead you down a long path that's going to require a lot of your time and effort, and it may require you to kind of pull back on other relationships, or if it's going to require you to devote more time and energy in another direction where it may impact other people, the Page of Swords here is saying, be honest with those people, because this journey is about you. This is your journey. This isn't their journey. This is something that will benefit you. And it will probably, if you have other people who are closely tied to you, in the end, it will benefit them as well, because when you find success, that's something that you can pass on to other people. You may lose a few tail feathers in the process, meaning that, there may be some squabbles here and there about it, but as long as you're honest, people will respect that. It's like, you know who you are, you know what works for you, you know what doesn't work for you. And when there's an opportunity to move beyond what you have right now that maybe perhaps isn't, if you're not waking up on Monday morning and you're going, yeah, I get to do what I get to do, I'm really excited about it. Or at least if you don't wake up on Monday morning and think, I'm so grateful I get to take care of my family. I'm looking forward to when I get home, whatever. This job is just here to serve as a vehicle so that we can go on vacation next week or whatever it is. This is a time when you can really evaluate what brings you joy, what's over here on the other side of this mountain. I mean, is there something that you want to go after? And if you can feel that pull, like this star is going to guide you, right? You're going to feel like a tug in the right direction. And with the Page of Swords here saying, speak your truth, it's saying, honor that tug. If you're being tugged in a direction, go towards it. It may be a long journey, but it'll be worth it. I really do feel like the fact that you know who you are and what works and what doesn't is essential here. And that may have taken a good amount of time to achieve this place of being comfortable with who you are, feeling grounded and secure. But really right now, it's all about this big journey. It's about, and this is going to be an investment for you. This is not going to be something that you're going to take lightly. But if you let your creativity, if you let yourself sort of explore the road ahead, without slipping into fantasy, but really, plan things out. If it's like, if you want a new job, what does that require? Are you going to have to take classes? Where will those classes be? How will you get to the classes? Will it impact your family? Will you need to find a babysitter? All the things that you need to kind of think about to move in that direction. Again, here though, it's like, if you're honest with yourself and with others, they will accept it. This is very optimistic. You may encounter a couple people who will begrudgingly help you, like that person's like, oh great, sure, I'll watch your kid for an hour every Wednesday, like that kind of thing. But this is your truth, and people will respect your truth, and it does give you some energy here. You can see this like little lightning bolts coming out of the clouds, and so that indicates that this is something that's powerful, it's energetic, it's going to move you forward. So don't worry about the little feathers that fall off. Stay focused on who you are and what you believe in. That's the important part. because that will help you when you're on this journey, because that will also help you stay motivated. If you don't know who you are and you don't know what you believe in, it's really hard to stay focused on a task, because then you're like going in like 20 different directions. So here, you know what you want, you know who you are, you're confident in it, you're able to like stand up, speak your truth, speak your story with complete conviction. And because of that, this path, it will be long, but it won't be as difficult. So you'll find support as well. So anyway, I hope this reading makes sense. I definitely need another cup of coffee. On these like gloomy Seattle mornings, 1 cup does not do it at all. So bye for now. Much love to you. And so if this is your start of the week, think about that journey that you may want to go on. Where are you going? And are you being honest with yourself and others? So bye for now. Peace.